Hey, family. All right, so Tulsa King, season 3, episode 1. Here's a review. Boom. Listen, y'all. So this is some interesting things, man. Stallone, I think this is one of his best things he's ever done. He plays the character called Dwight. They call him, aka the General. That's like his nickname. Dude did 25 years in the bid, comes out. They send him to Tulsa like an exile type thing. So when we get to episode 1, season 3, a lot has happened, and he has now developed something that's very profitable in New York, where he's from. The family, they want a piece of that, and he's kind of like having like, nah, y'all sent me here to die. I turned it around. I built this with my own hands, my own fingers, and I'm not gonna allow y'all to have that opportunity. And so it's been the last 2 seasons a power struggle in New York trying to get their hands on what he has in Tulsa. So in episode 1, we start off right where we end off in episode 10 of season 2, where they come in Dwight he's with his girl. They snatch him out. He's in this like underclosed bunker. God comes in there and knows everything about Dwight. Dwight don't know who this brother is. He says, "Listen, you killed one of my informants 25 years ago." And so Dwight's like, "Man, you hold a grudge." And he's like, "Yeah, kind of, sort of." And so he knows all about his operations in Tulsa. He knows every single detail. And so he has them. There's the rights. Now, of course, Stallone's character Dwight's not going to mention none of those things, but he knows that if he has that much information, he kind of have evidence. And so he says, "I own you." Nice, I could charge you with all these other things, but I'm not. I'm going to use you as a weapon and device for things that we can't do. You can do. And so it's a manipulation tactic. So they drop him back off. He breaks up with old girl. He's like, "Man, I can't get you involved in this. You're too good of a person." And, he just kind of dips out on it because he's trying to protect these people that he has built relations with. Because truly, none of these people are really gangsters per se. These are good people that he's manipulating. So it becomes the battle. So the whole episode, just one thing after another, after another, after another. Dwight can't breathe right now because Dwight's hot. So he gets a phone call. Said, "Hey, this guy in New York wants to talk to you." And he's like, "Man, I don't really want to go to New York." So he goes there, and basically the guy is like, "Hey, get out the game or give us a cut." So Dwight, of course, disagrees because that's been the MO since he starts making some moves in Tulsa, right, in season 1. And so he goes back out to Tulsa, and there's some things that they're trying to get those things moving. There's a steel company; it's up for grabs. And so old dude used to own the bar. He has now bought the car lot, remember? So now he's like the Riker of car lots in Tulsa. And so homegirl comes by there, says, "My dad thinking about selling his steel." And so he's like, really? He wants to get out the card game, and he knows that the steel got some money, got some value in there. So he gives Dwight a little bit of that alcohol, and he said, "Man, that's smooth." He said, "Well, that could be very lucrative. This could be a once in a lifetime opportunity." So Dwight goes over there. First time, guy's like, nah, I can't do it. And it's like, you feel like there's something that he has on him, or maybe or something like that. We don't really know. And then Dwight comes back again, and he gives him a great offer. And so he takes the offer, he signs the deal, and everything looks to be kosher. But in Dwight's world, nothing is kosher. And so while he's over there handling that's the steel opportunity, we find out that they're trying to drop some money off to dude in Kansas City. They botched the whole move. So they grab the wrong duffel bag. Old dude takes him back to Oklahoma to get the duffel bag, and in that moment he grabs his gun because it's the guy he's handing the duffel bag against, the guy that killed his friend. And so he's like, "Listen, get your money and get out of here." He's still grieving and still dealing with that. And this is really the first time we see this character kind of show a little bit of like moxie and backbone. So we're seeing some character development with some of the side characters. And I think with the episode 1 is established, I don't know, we're going to see how all the other episodes are in this season, that they're doing a lot of separation between Dwight and a lot of the other characters we've seen him interact with in the first 2 seasons. And I think that's a smart idea. They got the one guy, he's a wrestler actually, who's like the bodyguard, the muscle. He's actually a wrestler. He was actually wrestles for ODW. I think they call him Left Foot. on the show, but he's actually a wrestler. He works in an independent company called OVW, is ran by Al Snow, and it's really good to see him get the opportunity to kind of get into this, and I hope that this gives him exposure. He's older for like a wrestler age, but I'm just glad that he's getting some opportunity, and so shout out to him on that. And shout out to Stallone for hiring somebody like that. I don't know how their paths cross or whatever, but one thing Stallone has always done is given a lot of people that probably would not give a chance. He has given a great chance, and Leftfoot does really great being this country enforcer. I think he's country by nature, and so this character is a really natural fit, and really everybody in the show does their part well. But now we're starting to see some character development. I think we're going to see a little bit more Leftfoot in this with Dwight, because Dwight being the star, getting that rub, I think it's going to make his character a little bit better. I like how the young black guy, I can't think of his name right now, he wants to be a gangster, and he's really embracing this lifestyle. We already know he was infatuated from episode 1, but now we're seeing in season 3 he's really diving headfirst into this. He got the braids now, he got the suits, he's carrying the gun. He's really embracing the lifestyle. He wants to be Dwight number 2. He wants to be like the second coming of Dwight, I think. But Dwight has really never wanted for him. He just wanted him to be this driver and get around, but he never wanted him to get into the lifestyle. It's always been one of Dwight's hangups. But all things are said, I'm excited about episode 1. It was a very good episode. It ends with the dad coming over there and killing the still guy and burning down the house. And since now he is in business with Dwight, there's going to be some blowback. Now this guy's become a target to Dwight. He's going to be the big bad that Dwight has to face. I'm really excited because he seems a little bit more ruthless than the other guy that had the weed. And so, it's going to be interesting to see Ruthless meets Ruthless with now this government agency that knows all of Dwight's moves, because they were like, hey, we see you over there still company a lot. And, what's up with that? And so, they're knowing a lot of his moves and knowing a lot of where he's going. So Dwight can't hide really. And so we're going to see how he navigates facing these two adversaries, the government and a big time drug dealer, or whoever this guy may be. So interesting to see. So listen, we can't wait. We're going to drop another review next Sunday and let y'all know what's going on. Boom.